Good evening, everyone. Today, I would like to go and share this small thing which I've learned in C#. That is the system.numerics namespace. So, this namespace, frankly, I was never aware of. And I think that this namespace, you will actually never need it. But when you need it, I think, damn, you will need it. So when you don't need it, you will never think about this. But when you need it, you will like this, you will want it. Okay, so let us discuss about that. What exactly is this system.numerics namespace and what does it do? Now think about this small example over here, which is calculating factorial. A factorial, as we all know, in maths is nothing but it is for example, if I give 5 here, then factorial is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, right? So that's what factorial is, right? So I have a small program here which actually goes and calculates factorial, right? So now I'll say here int result, so I can call this function fact, and if I give him 10, whatever is the value will get stored into this result, and I'm trying to display it. So I have a very small program here of factorial which actually helps me to calculate factorial. But now if you see this factorial program, I'm using integer as a data type. Now integers, as we all know, has a max capability, it has a max range. For example, if you look at integer data type, if you look at integer, that's the max value of integer, right? So maximum you can have this much value stored. Anything about this if you go, it just makes the value 0. For example, over here, if I try to say, okay, give me a factorial of this, you will see that the result is 0. Why? Because you have exceeded the maximum value of integer and it does not know what to do. So what if you have a situation like this, where you want a really extremely large integer value? And that's what exactly this system.numerics namespace is all about. System.numerics namespace has some data types, which are especially for these kind of situations. So in the system.numerics namespace, we have a very nice data type here called as the BigInteger. This BigInteger, if you go and see, it can take a extremely large value. I'm like, it can take up, it's a separate class altogether. It takes up an extremely large value. So I don't really know how much it takes, but it takes a very, very big value. So you can put as much as values you can think about here, right? So for example, now if I go and say, okay, I want a factorial of 10,000, let us say. So I make everything big integer. Big-int, right? So if I do a control F5, you can see it has taken up such a big value without any problems. That's a very, very big value, isn't it? So that's what this system.numerics namespace is, and that's what this BigInteger class is all about. So next time, if you have a problem of storing a huge value, please go ahead and use the system.numerics namespace. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much.